Okay.
Okay, so let me introduce this TTA webinar first. TTA is a community that brings Turkish people who live in Thailand and APAC for a various purpose. Our mission is to connect you with the local and international community to bring more either value or your business network. And now we are so appreciated to invite Knut talking about the topic how to maximize your inner power. So let's start the webinar.
Okay, good evening, everybody. As I said before, I do appreciate your time that you can spend with me for the next 2 hours here on the online webinar about how to maximize your inner power. First of all, I would like to thank you to the TTA and my friend Murad, who is a member of TTA, who invited me to join the TTA and giving a special webinar today. So as most of the membership in TTA are the people who are working in an organization, the topic of today is for you. Okay, so it's all for you. I'm not selling anything about technology and stuff. So it's all about how you can maximize your inner power. So if you stay with me until the end of this webinar, I can guarantee that you will get something out of this webinar and really increase your inner power. So before I start the webinar, if you are not driving, I would like to ask you to prepare a piece of paper because we will have the workshop to do together in this webinar. All right. And let me ask you some questions. So people who are driving, you can turn on microphone and try to say the number. Or but if you are not driving, I would love to see you typing in the chat box when I ask some question. Can you do that for me?
We can.
Yeah,
so shall we keep
I'm driving.
Thank you very much. Yes.
I'm driving too.
All right. So, are you one of these three categories? Are you a big boss of the company? If yes, then please say yes in the chat box. Are you a manager or supervisor level, or are you a team leader? Most of you are manager, supervisor, or team leader, as I understand, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Manager.
Thank you very much. All right. So, and yes, someone said, Kun Adin said you are manager. Thank you. How would you like to be after working hours? A or B? A, still having headaches with your job for tomorrow, things haven't been done, and things that your team haven't been accomplished today, and you have to think about things tomorrow. Or B, cooking, enjoy cooking with your wife at home, or doing something with your family members, enjoying your free time. A or B?
Yeah, apparently B.
B, of course. Everybody would like to go for B option, right? Yes, me too. So let me introduce myself, why I'm talking about this topic and who I am. Okay, so about my education, I completed bachelor degree in chemical engineering and master in biomedical engineering, and I studied some engineering science from Turkit Bandit University. And I am a certified Gallop Strength coach. It's a international organization based in USA. And my professions. So my latest work in the organization was working at Chevron Thailand for offshore oil and gas drilling supervisor. So I was working on the rig for 3 years. from 2013 to 16. Then I quit my permanent job to get a new challenge in my own business. It's a diving. So I became a diving instructor and start to do diving school since 2016 until now. And over the last 2 years, I have passion into coaching skill because the let's say like the more I teach diving, the more I discover that I was very happy to help my students unlocking their water phobia. Let's say like I like helping people unleash or unlock the fear or unleash the power. So I turned myself into a coaching study, coaching education, and I got certified as a Gallup strength coach. Now I'm working as a personal talent development coach with the Gallup assessment, and I am awakening on all transformation coach as well. So I use the Gallup tools to be a base to develop people and help people to know what their inner power are and what are them really happy to do in the rest of their life. Let's say like get awakened from what they need to do, like stay happy with the rest of their life and do what they love. So because it's not only about the experience or knowledge about the talent in people, but I do consider the condition of health. So I study anti-aging in order to learn how to manage our food intake to maintain our body healthy, not need to see the doctor anymore. And I also learned about breathing. After becoming a free dive instructor, I found that breathing is very important. It's like it's our life. So I read a lot of books about breathing, and I am a breathing instructor and breath holding instructor. So all the process it increase the power of our body, mind, and brain. So if you want to say me, I'm a life coach, I would say I would prefer to call myself I can re-engineer the life. So in order to be a coach, I can be a life engineer. And then today we're gonna talk only about the self-esteem or the talent that's hidden in the human. Okay, because I have only 2 hours. But if you have any other question about spiritual, how the brain works, law of attraction, law of vibration, whatsoever the energy that you cannot see, feel free to ask me later. So let you answer yourself in a car. What do you think about self-esteem? About your self-esteem and about your team members' self-esteem. I give you some seconds, like 1 minute to think about that. So I will show you this photo. This is from Wikipedia. In order to help you have more picture what self-esteem is. Okay, so the self-esteem, including the self-confidence, respecting yourself, respecting others, love yourself, and so on. So how many of you think that today you have sufficient self-esteem for yourself? Give me your hands. If you say, or give me percentage, 100%, 20%, 50%, 70%, 80%. Tell me.
90.
Who said that?
Aiden said.
Aiden. What you said? 90?
90.
Nice,
90.
Wow, very good. High level. Congratulations. Anyone else?
Thank you.
Give me some numbers. Give me your number. So today we are open workshop. I like to do webinar with two-way communication because I don't want anyone to fall asleep. When you're driving, I'm your friend here. Okay, สวัสดีค่ะพี่ธัญดา Thank you for joining. So many, how many percent of your self-esteem?
Yes, for me, 80%.
80%. 80. Okay, good. So anyone else want to give me number?
80. Ibrahim. Ibi.
80. Okay, Ibrahim, thank you very much. I give myself 100%. That's why you can see me all the time smiling. How about you, Kun Thanyada? You want to say something?
Hello.
Ah,
I
80%. You type down in the chat box. Thank you, ka. All right. Wow, that's good.
83 from my side.
83. Oh, good. Thank you. You just want a different number, but that's good. That's great. So everybody have more than 80% self-esteem. I'm very happy to hear that because it's very important. Do you agree with me? That is very important to have your self-esteem.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. So how about your team? Your team members at your organization, your family members, your kids, your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, girlfriend. How about them?
How to tell on behalf of them? I don't know.
Okay. So we don't know, right? We never know how many percent they have the self-esteem. But today, if you know how to increase your self-esteem to be at maximum level, you think you will have more engaged with your work, your team, and your relationship? You think you will be happier?
I think so.
Right? So I can guarantee you 1000% that everybody will be happier if you have 100% self-esteem and keep it full scale at all time. That's the key. So once we have 100% self-esteem, the hardest part is to keep it at full scale. So if people have more self-esteem, you agree with me that they'll be more engaged with their work, their team, their relationships, and they will not be afraid of failure. Or let's say less afraid of failure, less imagine of failure. Do you know that, well, I would say one of the top 3 fear that stop us to have success in life is the fear of failure. That is what Brian Tracy said in his book. And do you agree with me that is true? So
It's the same. I think it's true.
thank you. So most of the people who never start of doing something because they're afraid of failure, so they never start. If Thomas Edison afraid of failure, will we have the light to use nowadays?
No, cannot.
Anybody knows how many times have he tried for his
1,000.
Pardon me?
1,000 times.
Anybody else give me the number? Any other number? More than that, more than that. more than 1,000 times. Anyone know?
2000,
Sorry?
2000,
Higher than that.
10,000,
Yes, 10,000. Were you saying 10,000 or 2,000? From the beginning. It's more than 10,000 that he tried doing his experiment. But if he afraid of failure from only the 10 try, we will not have the light. Okay, so it is very important for us, for the human, to eliminate that fear. So in order to eliminate the fear of failure, we must have high level of self-esteem. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. I love you, Adim.
I love you too.
Okay, anyone know this guy? Know this person? You know this person? Anyone? This person, his name is Brian Tracy. He's very famous. You can Google. He's a very famous speaker about business and personal development. He's a writer of Eat That Frog, a very famous book as well. And Brian Tracy said in this book, Maximum Achievement, is very, very good book. I recommend it. The most complicated art of organization management is to create a group of people with high self-esteem. Wow. So imagine if you are a manager, if you are a company founder or MD, if a team leader, and everybody in your team or everybody who works under you have the high level of self-esteem, they will be very happy to work. They'll be more engaged with their work, with their job, with their position, with their duty, happy, and of course, they will like you better. I used to be in a position, in a manager position since 10 years ago. And people who work for me, they are in the low level of education, like physical work. And from that level up to engineers. So I was the boss of the engineer too. It's very challenging and very difficult for me, for the people management. So I did not know how to manage people when I was 29 years old. It was 10 years ago. I did not know. Nobody teach me about personal development, about self-esteem, about how to increase the team power and so on. Nobody teach me about that. So after I joined Chevron, I started to learn because there was my senior to teach me how to coach the people who work for me, how to be a manager and coaching, using the coaching skill. So anyway, if you can get your people to have more self-esteem or high self-esteem, you will get more productivity for your team, for your organization, more flexibility, more self-confidence, team confidence, and of course, more happiness. Sounds great? When you imagine the happiness,
Great.
the smile on your team member, everybody is smiling, everybody working in a team. And of course, when it happens like this every day, you can be cooking at home, happily with your wife. You don't have to go home every day at 10 o'clock p.m. and then start working from 8 o'clock and still keep thinking about your work when you're sleeping. If everybody else can help you work because they're happy to do. So Mr. let's say Dr. Don Clifton, or Donald O. Clifton, he said what will happen when we think about what is right with people rather than fixating on what is wrong with them. So if we put the right man on the right job, instead of trying to put the man on the wrong job and try to force him to learn how to work on that job because it's not the job for him. You think which one is easier? Put the right man on the right job or put the wrong man on the put the man on the wrong job?
Right man, right job.
Right man, right job. Correct. Easy, right? So let Don Clifton is the owner of Gallup Institute, and he is a very famous psychologist. So let me show you what he's saying about the happiness of people at work. Just a moment. Okay. No sound. Wait. Okay, can you see? Yeah, right.
Appear to be healthier, so you have fewer sick days. They're there more often because they really like what they do, and there's some things that are key to that, and it's about the relationships they have with other people in the workplace. And it starts with the manager who's caring, and then I think in the workplace you just need to give people plenty of opportunity to interact. There's a law that you can put down in your book that the more people know about each other, the stronger your organization.
Okay, so the more
Well, happiness fits.
The more people knowing about each other, the stronger the organization. You agree with him?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So, Dr. Don Clifton, he founded the Gallup Institute. So, and Gallup have been studied about human behavior. Well, sorry, Gallup has been studied about human behavior for more than 75 years. And they do the research, and finally they create the assessment called Clifton Strengths Finder. And they found that people who know their talent or their strength will have 6 times more engagement with their work, 3 times better life quality, and 7.8% higher work efficiency. Wow. If today the salesperson in your organization, every salesperson can increase 7.8% growth, and you have 20 salesperson, would be great, right? Your sales number will be increased more than 100%. So this assessment is called a Strength Finder assessment. It's a report, but after you do the assessment, you will get the report about your 34 talents in order from strongest to weakness, number 1 to 34. So Dr. Don Clifton said, why not focusing on the strongest talents that you have in each people individually, the strongest talent, the top 10, and then try to focus on that, use it, maximize it in everyday life, at work, with your relationship, with every situation. So when I first discovered this Gallup Strength Finder, I was working in the Central and at the B2S shop. I saw this book, Gallup Strength Finder, and I opened it. What is it? Because that was almost 2 years ago. And because I was focusing on personal development coaching, so in order to become a coach, so I had a look and I bought the book. In the book, there was a code to do the test, to do assessment. I did assessment, but it was only telling me only top 5 of my strength. But even top 5 of my strength, it was wow. It helped me. I was crying because I was asking myself all the time for the last 37 years. Well, I would say only 17 years, but after I finished school, that what are really, like, what are my real talents in me that can be defined and I can follow, because I was very confused. I could do many things, as you can see in my CV. So after I found that 5 talents, I was looking for the course to become a coach, because I believe that if I can bring this to other people, especially for the students who are still in the school, in high school, in the university, if they know the talent, they can focus on their field of study before finishing the university. And then we will have more people who have who work with the happiness from the beginning of their working period of life. Are you one of the people who has started working with your happiness in your position? Me, no. I just study engineering. I don't know what else to do. And I don't have this kind of thing. I just, okay, I'm good in engineering, good in calculations. I'm in a top rank. I got the best place for my job, highest salary, and that's it. That's what I did. But I didn't have any special target in my life. So I don't want other students to be like me. So I studied and became a coach. So in this report, it will tell you it will tell you the top, well, it will tell you top 10, and of course, number 10, 1 to 34. And it will tell you how you can thrive, how you succeed using strength, action to maximize your potential, how to watch out your blind spot. And I have here the example of the report. Okay, and after this session, it's not going to be boring anymore. Okay, this is just an example of the report. All right, that's it. Maybe close it. So, why Strength Finder? Because it's been the assessment has been created on the research, based on the research over 50 years. It can definitely increase your self-esteem, develop your strengths, increase productivity, life quality, and happiness. And look at the result you would have. Your team member would have. You have more time with your family. You have more joy. You have more happiness with your family and your beloved person. That's all about life. What we need. What else? Happiness with our family, with our beloved person. Money cannot answer everything. Good to have money, but if we have money but no time, we cannot enjoy our family's activities, right? Now, I want you to prepare. If you can, now, if you're not driving, you have a piece of paper and a pen in front of you, and let's try to do this together. It's not gonna be accurate, not like you are doing assessment, but I'm gonna go through 34 strengths, explaining strength by strength, and let you write down the number of the strength that you think this is me. Okay, immediately. Don't think much. So when I explain blah 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 blah, and you think, oh, this is me, this is me. Sure, it's me. Just write it down. You can write down the number. If you're driving, it might be difficult that you have to memorize in your head. Okay, so after, yeah, so I will go through 34 strengths, and then after I finish this session, we're gonna have somebody who can help me. Maybe you want to share your top 5 strengths that you can list out from this workshop. All right, everyone's ready? Whoever's at home.
I am ready.
Okay.
I am ready too.
Okay.
Yes, me too.
Okay, Ka. Okay, all right. So the first talent, number 1, achiever. Okay, so if you're achiever, you like to work very hard. You enjoy working. Work is your life. And you are happy to work all the time. You like to have the checklist done. This is achiever. Either checklist in your head or in your book. Activator. Number 2, activator. You like to create the work from your idea. You're happy to act immediately. You don't want to wait. When everyone finishes the meeting with the conclusion, you will be the one who drives the team to start working. You are the activator. But it doesn't mean you're a finisher, okay? Number 3, adaptability. So whoever is adaptability, you can adapt yourself in any situations. You will not get angry when something changes and unplanned. You go with the flow. When your boss say, oh no, I don't want this anymore, I have to change the topic, you say, okay, boss, no problem, I do it. You stay with present. You will not get angry with your boss. Number 4, analytical. This person, you foreseeing factors that can affect current situation. You like to analyze the root cause and the reason. Okay, so you like looking at the data, research. You are analytical. Number 5, arranger. If you are arranger, you're always able to find a way to solution. You can arrange anything. And you are happy to do that too. And you're happy to create the best idea for work for the team. You are the good arranger. Belief, number 6, belief. If you are people who like to believe in something, you will strongly believe in something. It doesn't matter if it's about religion or principle or anything. And you're happy to progress your life based on your beliefs. So your belief is the guide of your life. Number 7, command. If you're this type of person, it's automatically you'll be able to control the situation and make decisions very easy for you. And you're happy to give the command to the people around you. Number 8, communication. If you have this skill, you're very lucky. You have high communication skill. You're happy to communicate with people. You always find a way to communicate with difficult people. Even nobody can talk to this person, you find a way because you have this gift. Number 9, competition. Wow, if you're competition, you like to be competitive. You like to be in a competition. You always measure your success with others. You're happy to be in the competition. Remember one thing, for these 34 strengths, I'm not talking which one is good, which one is bad. It's just the talent that you have, okay? So number 10, connectedness. So if you have connectedness, you believe that everything in this entire world is connected. And you're happy to connect the dot. You can see how to connect the dot, how to connect these people with this job, with other people, something like this, if it's about work. If it's about things or situation, you may be a good detective. 11, consistency. Of course, you like to treat people with equal condition, with consistency. And you like to see people following the rules or you create your own rules for people to follow. Number 12, context. You always thinking of the past. Doesn't mean bad, but some people like the history. They like reading the book about history, and they use information from the past to create something in present. Number 13, deliberative. So these people always take time to consider all factors, risks, possibilities before making any decision. They might be slow in making decisions, but you can be 100% sure if something happens, they are the one you can trust because they are always prepared for unexpected situation. Number 14, developer. This kind of person, they are able to see possibility of individual skill development in a person or in a hardware or developing the software. And they enjoy for seeing the success of their development. Number 15, discipline. Wow, I don't think I have to explain much. If you're a disciplined person, you always stay disciplined and like to do routine activities. Number 16, empathy. If you can feel other people's emotion, and people always come to you to consult with their personal problems because they feel like you can understand them and you like to help them too. So you have empathy. Number 17, focus. If you're a focused person, you always stay focusing, keep on the track and do not deviate. So, and you have priority of your work. It would be very good for your team to have this kind of person in the team because this person will help team focusing to the target. Number 18, futuristic. This person use the future to be inspiration of doing current things. So they think about the future and they inspire. And of course, they like to share their attitude about the future to inspire other people too. So these people, they are happy to do something that can create a good future. Number 19, harmony. The people who have harmony, they always look forward to an agreement. They don't like argument at all. If they are in a meeting and they are, let's say like people have different opinions, at the end, this person, you try to find a way to come an agreement for both sides because they don't like to see argument. Number 20, ideation. People with ideation, they always stay in their imagination and have so many creative ideas on anything. If you ask them, if you want to have creative ideas, you go to this person and you will get the answer very, very fast. But sometimes this person, it's difficult for other people to get what they think. 21, includer. They like to make friends with new colleagues. They like to include everyone to join the same activity. And of course, they also don't want to be left behind. Number 22, individualization. Who have this skill? Wow. You are able to understand people individually, and people like to talk to you because they feel like you listen to them, you know their talent, you know their character, you know what they want, and you have the gift to be able to utilize people's skill, different people, different skills, and you can combine, you can create a good team. Number 23, input. So If you have been called Mr. or Mrs. Library because you have a lot of data saved in your hard drive or hard disk or archived somewhere on the cloud, you are big data person. That means input. So you put all the data, like maybe you archive the emails for the last 5 years, and someone in the company want to check one email and they know that they have to come to you. 24, intellection. If you're intellection, you always like to speak only something serious. So you don't know how to speak joke, something like that. And you're happy to talk serious, to think and spend time on doing something valuable. 25, learner. Learner, you are a lifelong learner. You enjoy, you are very happy only when you sit in front of the computer and learn. That's it. That's enough. You're happy to learn more than getting things done. You learn, but you don't care if you apply for what you learn to create something or not. 26, maximizer. You focus on people or object strengths and maximize them. So you can help maximize the other people talent and you like to turn things from good to great. I have maximizer, my top one. So positivity, this person, everything is possible. They are always enthusiastic. They never lack of energy to do something. And they like to emphasize other people to do things as well. If you stay close to the positivity, you are very lucky because they can always be your energy. 28, relation. These people, they are able to connect people together. They like to create relationships with other people. So they can, let's say, like I am related as well. I know many people. I think I have more than 1,000 business connections in hands. So, and I remember who's doing what, especially my diving students. And when I know who's doing what, I can help matching them. And I do this in everyday's life. 29, responsibility. Oh, responsibility people. They're responsible for their words and they are royalty. And they are very happy to raise their hand and say, I take this. I'm who will be volunteer for the leader. I do that. I take responsibility. So number 30, restorative. The people who are restorative, you are professional in problem solving. Something's broken, software, hardware, machine, people, you can fix it. You can fix everything and you like to fix things. 31, self-assurance. The people who have high self-assurance, you are very confident in controlling your own life and you like to use your inner guide or inner navigator. You don't like to use tools to navigate yourself except Google Maps. Okay. 32, significance. You always looking forward to get recognized by other people. You like to be accepted. You like people to see your value. And at the same time, you also like other people to be significant too. 33, strategic. These people, you can foresee the problem in any situation when it happens because you like to create the plan or strategies in everything, not only work, traveling plan, family plan, financial plan, whatsoever. Number 34, the last one. Ooh, wow, this word, when you speak it out, you will already feel kind. So the people who have Wu is very special person. They are able to make friends easily with their friendship behavior and smile. And they love to talk to strangers. So if you have Wu, you are very lucky because it's not so many people who have Wu. All right. So these are all 34 talents or strengths. Now I'm going to give you the time to think about your first top 5. If you have more than 5, think about your success in the past. One situation that you use the strength and how you use it and what strength did you use. So in case you cannot remember, I have this chart for you. Number 1 to 34 in different colors. And I will tell you why it's different. If you want me to repeat any strength, just let me know. You can open your microphone and let me know. So now I will give you 2 minutes to list down your top 5 strengths. Okay. That you think is this you, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you can put it in an order, like number 1 is my strongest, that will be great, but I think it's very difficult. Whoever already finished listing down the top 5 can type in the chat box your top 5. And you have a chance to share your top 5 and talk to me in this webinar. So after 2 minutes, I would like to ask at least one of you to talk with me here. You know, when the best way of learning is to teach other people. And and if you're not kind of giving a speech or webinar, the good way of learning, thank you, Adin, the very good way of learning is to share experience, to share your things with other people in the group, because sometimes people learn from the other people's experience. I attended the seminar with more than 100 people, and I learned a lot from the other people's experience. Wow, thank you, Adin. Okay, thank you, many. I got 2 candidates here. I think we have time, so I think I might be able to let like 3 people talk to me and share. All right. So now 2 minutes are over. I hope the those who are driving, hopefully you can get something of the 34 strengths. Okay. But I understand that you have to focus on your way too. All right. So focus on the road. Okay, so before I ask Edwin to open his microphone and talk, I will explain this color. So in the Gallup strengths, they categorize the strengths into 4 categories, into 4 different colors. So the first one, executing. The people who have many talents in executing. Sorry? Alkun, you want to say
Yes.
something? Yes?
No, I'm waiting for you to say my top 5.
Ah, okay. You want to say your top 5. I will ask you to speak then after I finish this. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Thank
Just
you.
waiting.
Thank you. Yes. Okay, so if you have in this category, achiever, arranger, belief, consistency, deliberative, discipline, focus, responsibility, restorative. If your top 5 mainly in this group, you are in the executing group. These people with this dominant can execute things, know how, you will know how to make things happen. You are executor, all right? If you have activator, command, communication, competition, maximizer, self-assurance, significance, and rule. If you have most of your talents in these categories, you are in the type of influencing. So you know how to take charge, speak up, and make sure the team is heard. But if you have adaptability, connectedness, developer, empathy, harmony, includer, individualization, positivity, and relator, you are in the theme of relationship building. You have ability to build strong relationships that can hold a team together and make the team greater than the sum of its parts. Wow, I feel like you are angel. Last theme, strategic thinking, the green one. If you are analytical, context, futuristic, ideation, input, intellection, learner, and strategic, you are in strategic thinking categories. You can help teams consider what could be, and you absorb and analyze information that can inform better decisions. Okay, so now if you look at your top 5 strengths, I would love to you to know yourself, which category you are in. If you have 2 executing, 2 relationship building, 1 influencing, that's fine. Then you know that you have execution and relationship building. But some people have 3 green, some people have 4 green, something like this. Okay. Now it's the time sharing your story. So the first person, I would love to go for Okun because he was waiting for me, and you are driving, so I really appreciate that. Okun, you
No
ready?
worries. No worries. I was going to share my top 5. Still, we are there, right?
Yes. Okay.
Top 5. Yeah. Well, for me, number 1 is strategist. I think I'm a strategist. I'm a good learner. Second one is learner.
Okay.
I'm communicative. Third one is communicative.
Strategic, learner, communication. Okay.
Yeah, strategical thinking, learner, communicative. I like to help people. Helping is another thing. I'm not sure if it existed, but definitely I have a helping.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that was empathy.
Mm-hmm.
Empathy is also the other thing. So it's already 5 now, right?
For helping other people, I'm not sure what kind of help you like to help them. I mean, I like helping other people too, but it doesn't, like I cannot categorize.
You couldn't put it into a box, yeah?
No.
Well, I'm sure.
Another one, like number 6.
Yeah, please add to the list of Gallup then. Helping people. That's it.
Helping because I think most of the people like helping others. I like helping other people too.
Yeah.
I think it's inside empathy. Yeah. So.
No. Definitely no. I disagree to put helping people in the empathy side. It's totally different. Helping people makes me happy. It's something totally a different case.
I see. Okay, so that is something about it's like me. So I like helping people. Like whenever I help people, I feel happy. So it's not about the. I would say like there is another type of strength that called VIA strength that is more related to morality. Okay, so yeah, because this kind of strength is not related to morality. It's about your properties, like you are.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway, you get strategic learner, communication, empathy. Can you tell us more about your success story in the past that you used some of your top 4 strengths here?
Yeah, well, let me think. I think someone else can take over from now.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Okun, for your sharing. All right. Next one. Kun, who wants to share? I give you a chance to raise your hand and speak first before I call.
Okay, I can talk.
Yes, thank you. All right, what do you have? Learner, responsibility, consistency, futuristic, discipline. All
Yeah,
right.
when I check is mostly is about executing and what was the last one? Yeah, strategic thinking.
Ah,
Yeah, 2 in strategic thinking I have and 3 in executing.
wow. Yes, you're right.
Nothing
So,
about influencing and relationship.
is that true?
No, in fact, I have many skills, but you asked me to make the top 5. So
Okay.
that's why I choose these ones.
Okay, all right. Everybody have 34 talents. All right, so can you share a little bit more about your success story that you use these five talents, 5 strengths?
Yeah, I think this 5 as a learner, yeah, because I never give up learning. I always learn the new things. Not only at office, but also out of office learning, and not only about the business. It's about everything. So I try to get as much as possible, all the information, all the data that I can get. And the responsibility is very important, I think, because I feel very responsible. I never go out of office if I don't finish my responsible task, let's say like this.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
So in the beginning, it was hard for me in the early years after graduate. I work so hard, but right now in my position, I am working less, but I have more people around me. So they help me. We are sharing. But when we have the less people, I was taking the responsibility. So I was doing the many things. So I think it helped me to understand many kind of jobs, and also I can understand what they are doing, how they are doing, and how much time they need, in fact. So it helped me in this way. So consistency is important because, as you said, that Edison, yeah, I think your example was about Edison, that he didn't give up. So this is a very important thing. So this is not only for today, but you should keep learning and to be responsible all the time. So the success will be with you. So futuristic is important because I have the plans for the future, and to achieve this plans, I am working on this. So it is both on my personal life and on my professional life. So I have plans. So according to the plans, I am acting. And the discipline is, I think it's related to the responsibility a little bit for me, but it's important that you shouldn't give up. And you should do always consistently, yeah. I think these three things are very close to each other, slightly different, but yeah, I can say that discipline is also important to keep you always keep going.
I see. Okay. So thank you for sharing, Edin. Based on what you share to us, I think something, like it's still like this top 5. If you do the assessment, it might not be this top 5. I
What
think
do you mean?
I mean, like normally when people do the assessments, and I have the comparison with the people who do this in the workshop, in the webinar, and they do the real assessment. There's only one out of the list that they wrote here. There's only one that is listed in the report in the top 5. So but it's good that for me to share with you all here what are 34 strengths, and you got to think about yourself, and then you can evaluate yourself about the situation in the past and now what happened, and then you can know yourself better. So thank you for sharing, Adin and Orgun. Yes. Okay.
Did you say my name again? Sorry.
Yes, I said thank you to you.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, Luke. Thank you.
Yeah, so it's 10 past 8. I would like to ask one lady to share with us, maybe Kun Many, because you are helping me organizing this.
Yes, thank you. So I think I'm
What do you have here?
I am an arranger because arranger for me is mean like in my daily life I'm really like to organize my tasks every day. Is it can like I would say that I organize like what I have to do since I was young, so I really like to organize, and so I successful in terms of like my higher grade, and so I can enter the top 5 university, something like that. And I think it would benefit to me in the future. I can like it can help me multitask and and my notes what should I do in daily can reach me like more successful. Yeah.
Okay.
And
How about yes.
and another one is like learner. I think I'm like to learn difficult thing. Actually, if I know that it's a very difficult for me, so I never reject it. I try to learn it first. So I think it can be like something that I like. Yeah, and I try many things to learn. So like it's a very benefits for me. Yeah.
Okay,ค่ะ. And your ideation, you're creative as well.
Yes, I think I got the ideation when I was in studying in high school, because I was studying in major arts like visual art. Yes, like it so I think it's very benefits for me too, because when I was in the university I also like join the activity that I can draw the things. Yes, so it's considered I'm not good at academic performance only, but I can write like draw something. Yes.
Wow. So
I can help like my faculty or some competition in the faculty, something like that.
Wow. Okay, good. All right. So thank you for sharing ค่ะคุณเมนี่
thank you ค่ะ
ค่ะ all right so I hope let's see likeคุณธัญญา also type it here numbers and Masahiro said he said adaptability consistency context deliberative and learner I think most of the people who are in the webinar today have learner because you like to learn and that's why you're here, right? So it would be just now you can imagine how good would be at the environment at your workplace if your team know about their strength. Like it's for them, they will have their self-esteem, they will know their talents, they will know their strength, and they will utilize that. And you as a manager, you will know how to put this guy to do what job, because they'll be happy to do that certain job because they have strength, have talent for that. Okay, so the important things about the Gallup strength is when we know our top 5 strengths, we always use it without knowing. It's like our instinct. It's like our like if you are right hand dominant, it's like you always using the right hand without thinking. So sometimes we overuse it and it become our blind spot. For example, I have maximizer is as my number 1. I was a Miss Perfectionist since I was young, and I don't like competition with the other. I always compete with myself. Let's say like I want to be 100% or actually more than that, more than 100% successful in this certain topic. Everything has to be perfect. It has to be maximized. And I did that all the time. When I was working, like slowly I lost people who like to work with me because they are afraid of my skill because I'm too high standard. I have too high standard. They cannot work with me. I didn't know that. So these people with maximizer, now I know that I am a maximizer. I cry off. Sometimes I stop using my maximizer. Not at maximum level, but my work, if I do 70%, for the other people is about 100%. That's it. That's enough. I don't have to do 100% on my side. So I can do just 70%. That's sufficient for the other people to carry my work and continue their part. And they will not feel that it's too difficult to work with me. This is the example, and I'm very happy. So now I have so many people who like to work with me, and I don't have to work alone anymore. I don't have to have big headache and don't trust other people. Okay, so this is just example. So for me, it's very important to know the top 5 or top 10 strengths, and we can always match our strength in different situations, and to have always a self-awareness. And to stop, how to say, like to be aware of our blind spot. So this is what I can do for you. If you want to have the accuracy of your strength, you can do the assessment with me. I can send you the link and you can go online to do the assessment on the Gallup website. And then after that, we're going to do the private coaching. Or if you want to do a group coaching for your friends, we can organize a group coaching, or group coaching for your team members. That's also possible. And if you are in a big organization, I can also offer you to give a speech or the webinar for your organization coaching and things like that, because Gallup have the tools for organization coaching as well. And this is the example of organization coaching we did via Zoom, and they are very happy about the workshop. And if you want to get in contact with me, this is my contact channel. Please help me increase the subscriber on YouTube channel. And you can go on my Facebook page and click like. Unfortunately, I don't have the content in English yet. I give a lot of live on Facebook and video on Instagram, on YouTube, TikTok. You can always follow only krunuk.official. It's all the same account. Okay. So if you are listen to the end, I give you free 30 minutes phone call. That means if you are going on my Facebook page, you click like, you capture and you send me the inbox and say you are from TTA from this webinar today, not from the people who are watching the video clip. Or let's say it's okay. So if you're watching this video to the end, you can inbox to my Facebook page or Instagram. Okay, and then we can have a phone call for 30 minutes. So now it's it's 20 past 8. That's all about Gallop Strength Finder. I want to emphasize you here that you all have unexpected power waiting to be used. If you do the test, it will be very accurate and you can focus on your talent, develop it to be your strength, and be aware of your blind spot, and you'll be the first person who will be very happy and have 100% self-esteem, and then you can share to the other people. Okay, so thank you very much. I give you this picture from underwater. All right. Any question?
Thank you very much.
Any question?
I don't have.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kunal.
Yeah.
You're welcome. And Kun
Thank you,
Aikraj.
Nuk.
Okay, you're welcome, Masa.